Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Caitanya Book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on October 9th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Mukha Mangalang Ayate Garim Yativataman Vande Sri Guru Nidatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishram Harihi Om Tat Sat Govardhanadaram Vande
Govardhanam Dharam Vande
Gopala Goparupinam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gokulutsava Vishanam
Gokulotsavamishanam
Govindam Gopikapriyam
Govindam Gopikapriyam.
Sri Krishna Caitanya Book compilation.
Sri Krishna Caitanya Mahaprabhu book compilation. Today's chapter is entitled Amusing Loving Quarrel of Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita.
অদ্বৈতের সহিত নিতাইয়ের প্রেম কৌতুক বিতণ্ডদা। নিত্যানন্দ কহে কইল তিন উপবাস, আজি পারো না করিতে বড় ছিল আশ।
Nityananda Prabhu said, quote, I have undergone fasting for 3 days continuously. Today I had hoped to break my fast. Unquote.
আজি উপবাস হইল আচার্য নিমন্ত্রণে, অর্ধ পেট না ভরিল এক গ্রাসে কন্যে।
Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was thinking the quantity of food was enormous, Nityananda Prabhu, on contrary, he thought it not even a morsel. He had been fasting for 3 days and had greatly hoped to break fast on that day. Indeed, he said, quote, although I am invited to eat by Advaita Acharya, today also is a fast. So small a quantity of food will not fill even my half belly. Even half my belly.
Lord Nityananda is starting a very humorous, loving quarrel with Advaita Acharya.
Lord Nityananda is having a very loving, humorous quarrel with Lord Advaita.
আচার্য কহে তুমি তৈত্বিক সন্ন্যাসী, কভু ফল মূল খাও কভু উপবাসী।
Advaita Acharya replied, Sir, you are a mendicant traveling on pilgrimage. Sometimes you eat fruits and roots, and sometimes you simply go on fasting.
দরিদ্র ব্রাহ্মণ ঘরে যে পাইলা পুষ্টিকান্ন, ইহাতে সন্তুষ্ট হও ছাড়ল মন।
I am a poor Brahmana, and you have come to my home. Please be satisfied with whatever little food you have received and give up your greedy mentality.
On this way, Advaita Prabhu is responding to Lord Nityananda's complaints.
So in this way, Lord Advaita Prabhu is responding to Lord Nityananda's complaint.
answering him in kind. Answering him in kind.
Answering him in kind.
নিত্যানন্দ বলে যবে কইলে নিমন্ত্রণ তত দিতে চাই যত করিয়ে ভোজন
Lord Nityananda Prabhu replied, "Whatever I may be, you have invited me, therefore you must supply as much as I want to eat."
শুনি নিত্যানন্দের কথা ঠাকুর অদ্বৈত কহেন তাহারে কিছু পাইয়া পীড়িত
His Divine Grace Advaita Acharya, after hearing the statement of Nityananda Prabhu, took the opportunity present by the joking words and spoke to him as follows.
ভ্রষ্ট অবধূত তুমি উদর ভরিতে সন্ন্যাস লইয়াছ বুঝি ব্রাহ্মণ দণ্ডিতে
Advaita Acharya said, "You are a reject Paramahamsa, and you have accepted the renounced order of life just to fill up your belly. I can understand that your business is to give trouble to the Brahmanas."
So, this loving argument between Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda
So this loving argument between Lord Advaita and Lord Nityananda
was performed in a joking manner.
was performed in a very joking manner.
Now this shows the personal exchange between devotees.
This shows the personal exchange between devotees.
This cannot be understood by the impersonalists,
This cannot be understood by the impersonalists,
but it is very relishable for the devotees.
but it is relishable for the devotees. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. There is always a difference of opinion between a Smarta Brahmana and a Vaishnava Goswami. There are even Smarta opinions and Vaishnava Goswami opinions available in astrological and astronomical calculations. By calling Nityananda Prabhu a Brashta Avadhuta, a rejected Paramahamsa, Advaita Prabhu in a sense accepted Nityananda Prabhu as a Paramahamsa. In other words, Nityananda Prabhu had nothing to do with the rules governing the Smarta Brahmanas. Thus, under pretense of condemning him, Advaita Acharya was actually praising him. In the Avadhuta stage, the Paramahamsa stage, which is the supermost stage, one may appear to be a Vishayi on the platform of sense gratification, but in actuality, he has nothing to do with sense gratification. At that stage, a person sometimes accepts the symbols and dress of a sannyasi and sometimes does not. Sometimes he dresses like a householder. We should know, however, that these are all joking words between Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu. They are not to be taken as insults. In Kardaha, sometimes people misunderstood Nityananda Prabhu belonged to the Shakta Sampradaya, whose philosophy is Antashakta Bahishaiva Sabhayam Vaishnavo Mataha. According to the Shakta Sampradaya, a person called Kaulavaduta thinks materially while externally appearing to be a great devotee of Lord Shiva. When such a person is in an assembly of Vaishnavas, he appears like a Vaishnava. Actually, Nityananda Prabhu did not belong to such a community. Nityananda Prabhu was always a brahmachari of a sannyasi of the Vaidika order. Actually, he was a Paramahamsa. Sometimes he is accepted to be the disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha. If he is If he is so accepted, Nityananda Prabhu belonged to the Madhva Sampradaya. He did not belong to the Tantrika Sampradaya of Bengal.
তুমি খেতে পারো 10-20 মানের অন্ন, আমি তাহা কাহা পাব দরিদ্র ব্রাহ্মণ।
Advaita Acharya accused Nityananda Prabhu saying, "You can eat 10 to 20 manas of rice. I am a poor Brahmana. How shall I get so much rice?"
One load of rice is 40 kilos.
1 mana of rice is 40 kilos.
Eating 10 to 20 manas is like 400 to 800 kilos.
Eating 10 to 20 manas is like 400 to 800 kilos. Nityananda Prabhu.
যে পাইয়াছ মুষ্টিকান্ন, তাহা খাইয়া ওঠো, পাগলামি না করিও, না ছড়াইও ঝুট।
Whatever you have, though it be a palmful of rice, please eat it and get up. Don't show your madness and strew the remnants of food here and there.
প্রভুদয়ের প্রণয় কৌতুক কলহে মহাপ্রভুর হাস্য, এই মতো হাস্যরসে করেন ভজন। অর্ধর্ধ খাইয়া প্রভু ছাড়েন ব্যঞ্জন।
In this way, Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate and talked with Advaita Acharya jokingly. After eating half of each vegetable preparation given to him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu abandoned it and went on to the next.
Actually, Prabhupada said that
Actually, as Srila Prabhupada said that
during the taking prasadam, that's the light talks.
during taking prasadam, there should be light talks
Because it helps the digestion.
because that helps the digestion.
So when he was a host, he would also joke with the people he was sending prasad to.
When he was a host, he was also joking with the people he was serving prasadam to.
So Lord Nityananda and Advaita Acharya are exchanging joking words.
So Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya are exchanging joking words.
আচার্যের ইচ্ছামতো মহাপ্রভুর পরিপূর্ণ ভজন, সেই ব্যঞ্জন আচার্য পুনঃ করেন পুরাণ। এই মত পুনঃ পুনঃ পরিবেশে ব্যঞ্জন।
As soon as half of the vegetable in the pot was finished, Advaita Acharya filled it up again. In this way, as the Lord finished half of a preparation, Advaita Acharya again and again filled it up.
Lord Chaitanya was trying to limit his consumption.
So Lord Chaitanya was trying to limit his consumption.
Taking half the vegetable.
So he was taking half of the vegetables.
But as soon as he was half, Advaita would fill up the pot again.
As soon as he finishes the half, Advaita Acharya filled up the pot again.
দোনা ব্যঞ্জন ভরি করেন প্রার্থন, প্রভু বলেন আর কত করিব ভোজন।
After filling a pot with vegetables, Advaita Acharya requested them to eat more, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "How much more I can go on eating?"
Sometimes In India, the host serves prasad so much, and that there's a saying that if you say, I have enough, I'll still give you.
Sometimes in India, the hosts serve so much prasad. There is a saying: if you say enough, they will serve more to you.
And if you say it again, no, I have enough,
And you have to say again, no, I'm enough. I had enough.
they'll still serve you.
They will still serve you.
Unless you actually pick up your plate and shout, no!
Unless you have to pick up your plate and shout, no,
Then they'll stop.
then they will stop.
This standard was practically the standard used by Advaita Gosai.
So this standard was practically the standard given by Advaita Gosai.
আচার্য কহে যে দিয়াছি তাহা না ছাড়িবা এখন যে দিয়ে তার অর্ধে খাইবা
Advaita Acharya said, please do not give up whatever I have already given to you. Now whatever I am giving, you may eat half and leave half.
They already ate half. They filled it up with that.
He had already eat half. He filled it up with again.
This is the list of serving out prasad.
So this is the blissful serving of the prasada.
নানা যত্নে দৈন প্রভু করাইল ভোজন আচার্যের ইচ্ছা প্রভু করিল পূরণ
In this way, by submitting various humble requests, Advaita Acharya made Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda eat. Thus, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fulfilled all the desires of Advaita Acharya.
It's not that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Nityananda
It's not that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Nityananda
actually need to eat that much.
actually they need to eat that much.
They're doing so to please Lord Advaita.
But they are doing so to please Lord Advaita.
And thus all the desires of Lord Advaita are satisfied.
And thus all the desires of Lord Advaita were satisfied.
অর্ধভুক্ত ভানে কৃত্রিম ক্রোধ ভরে নিতাইয়ের এক মুষ্টি অন্ন বিক্ষেপ নিত্যানন্দ কহে আমার পেট না ভরিল লইয়া যাও তোর অন্ন কিছু না খাইল
Again Nityananda Prabhu jokingly said, my belly is not yet filled up. Please take away your food. I have not taken the least of it.
এত বলি একগ্রাস অন্ন হাতে লইয়া উঝালি ফেলিল আগে যেন ক্রুদ্ধ হইয়া
After saying this, Nityananda Prabhu took a handful of rice and threw it on the floor in front of him as if he were angry.
I thought Lord Nityananda, he was expressing his frustration as if he hadn't eaten just to
So Lord
have
Nityananda
a joking argument with Advaita Gosai.
So Lord Nityananda just drew the prasadam just to have joking argument with Lord Advaita.
নিতাইয়ের সেই নিক্ষিপ্ত উচ্ছিষ্ট অঙ্গে স্পর্শ হেতু অদ্বৈতর প্রেম ভরে নৃত্য ভাত দই চারি লাগে আচার্যের অঙ্গে ভাত অঙ্গে লইয়া আচার্য নাচে বহু রঙ্গে।
When 2 or 4 pieces of the throned rice touched his body, Advaita Acharya began to dance in various ways with the rice still stuck to his body.
Advaita Acharya was so wistful to have the Uchista remnants of Lord Nityananda's
Advaita Acharya,
prasadana.
Advaita Acharya was so blissful to have the Uchishta or the remnants of Prasadam of Nityananda Prabhu stuck to him.
অবধূতের ঝুটামর লাগিল অঙ্গে, পরম পবিত্র মোরে কইল এই ঢঙ্গে।
When the rice thrown by Nityananda Prabhu touched his body, Advaita Acharya thought to himself, purified by the touch of remnants thrown by Paramahamsa Nityananda. Therefore, he began dancing. The word Avaduta refers to one above all rules and regulations. Sometimes not observing all the rules and regulations of a sannyasi, Nityananda Prabhu exhibited the behavior of a mad Avaduta. He threw the remnants of food on the ground, and some of these remnants touched the body of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya accepted this happily because he presented himself as a member of the community of the Smarta Brahmanas. By touching the remnants of food thrown by Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya immediately felt himself purified of all Smarta contamination. The food remnants of the food left by a pure Vaishnava are called Maha Maha Prasadam. This is completely spiritual and is identified with Lord Vishnu. Such remnants are not ordinary. The spiritual master is to be considered to be on the stage of Paramahamsa and beyond the jurisdiction of the Varnashrama institution. The remnants of food left by the spiritual master and similar Paramahamsas or pure Vaishnavas are purifying. When an ordinary person touches such prasadam, his mind is purified and his mind is raised to the status of a pure Brahmana. The behavior and statements of Advaita Acharya are meant for the understanding of ordinary people who are unaware of the strength of spiritual value, not knowing the potency of food left by the bona fide spiritual master and pure Vaishnavas.
Lord Chaitanya has said there are 3 things which are greatly powerful.
Lord Chaitanya has said 3 things which are greatly powerful.
The remnants of prasadam left by pure devotees,
The remnants of prasadam left by pure devotees,
dust on the lotus feet,
the dust from their lotus feet,
and the water which washes their lotus feet.
and the water which washes their lotus feet.
নিন্দা ছলে অদ্বৈতের নিন্দা নিত্যানন্দ স্তুতি। তোরে নিমন্ত্রণ করি পাইনু তার ফল, তোর জাতি কুল নাহি সহজে পাগল।
Advaita Acharya jokingly said, "My dear Nityananda, I invited you and indeed I have received the results. You have no fixed caste or dynasty. By nature, you are a madman." The words Sahaje Pagala, by nature a madman, indicate that Nityananda Prabhu was transcendently situated on the Paramahamsa stage because he always remembered Radha, Krishna and their service. This was transcendental madness. Sri Advaita Acharya was pointing out this fact.
So wrote a book, Who's Crazy? Article.
Srila Prabhupada wrote an article, Who is Crazy?
The materialists think that devotees are crazy
The materialists, they think that the devotees are crazy
because they cannot understand why they do what they do.
because they cannot understand what the devotees do.
And the devotees think that the materialists are crazy
And the devotees think the materialists are crazy
because they are simply going after the temporary things.
because they are simply going after the temporary things.
The Prabhupada was saying, who is crazy?
So Prabhupada was saying, who is crazy?
So, Advaita Goswami is speaking from the point of view of a materialist.
So Advaita Goswami is speaking from the point of view of the materialist.
But actually he's praising Lord Nityananda
But actually he is praising Lord Nityananda
by saying that he's transcendental.
by saying that he is transcendental.
So ordinary people may think he's crazy.
Ordinary people may think that he is crazy.
Here's a book.
Here is the book.
আপনার সমমরে করিবার তরে ঝুটা দিলে বিপ্র বলি ভয় না করিলে।
To make me a madman like yourself, you have thrown the remnants of your food at me. You did not even fear the fact that I am a Brahmana. The words Apanar Sama indicates that Advaita Acharya considered himself to belong to the Smarta Brahmanas, and he considered Nityananda Prabhu to be on the transcendental stage with pure Vaishnavas. Lord Nityananda gave Advaita Acharya his remnants to situate him on the same platform and make him a pure unalloyed Vaishnava or Paramahamsa. Advaita Acharya's statements indicates that a Paramahamsa Vaishnava is transcendentally situated. A pure Vaishnava is not subject to the rules and regulations of the Smarta Brahmanas. That was the reason for Advaita Acharya stating Apanara Sama, Mohi Karibar, Tare, to raise me to your own standard. A pure Vaishnava or a person on the Paramahamsa stage accept the remnants of food, Mahaprasadam, as spiritual. He does not consider it to be material or sense gratificatory. He accepts Mahaprasadam not as ordinary dal and rice but as spiritual substance. To say nothing of the remnants of food left by a pure Vaishnava, prasadam is never polluted even if it is touched by a mouth of a Chandala. Indeed, it retains its spiritual value. Therefore, by eating or touching such Mahaprasadam, a Brahmana is not degraded. There is no question of being polluted by touching the remnants of such food. Actually, by eating such Mahaprasadam, one is freed from all contaminations of the material condition. That is the verdict of the Shastra.
So Advaita Acharya, he could speak one thing, but it would have a secret meaning on the other hand.
Advaita Acharya, he could speak one thing, but it will have a secret meaning in the other hand.
So
On the other hand.
when he criticized Lord Nityananda as being a madman,
So, he criticized Lord Nityananda of being a madman.
it meant that Nityananda was above the rules and regulations.
It meant that he was above the rules and regulations,
He was transcendently situated.
and he was transcendentally situated.
So Advaita was presenting himself as a Smarta Brahmana,
Advaita was presenting himself as a Smarta Brahmana.
And by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, we elevated to the transcendental platform.
And by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, was being elevated to the transcendental platform.
নিত্যানন্দের অদ্বৈতকে শাস্তিদানের ভয় প্রদর্শন ও প্রায়শ্চিত্ত ব্যবস্থা। নিত্যানন্দ বলে, এই কৃষ্ণের প্রসাদ, ইহাকে ঝুটা কইলে কইলে অপরাধ।
Nityananda Prabhu replied, "These are the remnants of food left by Lord Krishna. If you take them to be ordinary remnants, you have committed an offense." In the Brihad Vishnu Purana, it is stated that one who considers Mahaprasadam to be equal to ordinary rice and dal certainly commits a great offense. Ordinary edibles are touchable and untouchable, but there are no such dualistic consideration where prasadam is constant. Prasadam is transcendental and there are no transformations or contamination, just as there are no contaminations or transformation in the body of Lord Vishnu himself. Thus, even if one is a Brahmana, he is certain to be attacked by leprosy and bereft of all family members if he makes such dualistic consideration. Such an offenders go to the hell, never return. This is the injunction of the Brihad Vishnu Purana.
So, Prasadam was not offered to Lord Krishna, and the remnants of the food stuff are always to be considered transcendental.
Prasadam, the foodstuffs offered to Lord Vishnu, it's always considered to be transcendental.
সতেক সন্ন্যাসী যদি করহ ভজন, তবে এই অপরাধ হইবে খণ্ডন।
Srila Nityananda Prabhu continued, if you invite at least 100 sannyasis to your home and feed them sumptuously, your offense will be nullified.
বৈষ্ণব সন্ন্যাস দ্বারা স্মার্তবিধি লোভ। আচার্য কহে না করিব সন্ন্যাসী নিমন্ত্রণ, সন্ন্যাসী নাসিল মোর সর্বস্মৃতি ধর্ম।
Advaita Acharya replied, I shall never again invite another sannyasi, for it is a sannyasi who has spoiled all my Brahmanical smriti regulations.
This jogging, continuing with Advaita
This joking is
Acharya,
this joking is continuing with Advaita Acharya,
considering that his materialistic qualities are destroyed.
considering that his materialistic Brahmanical qualifications are destroyed.
Actually, these are all joking words
Actually, these are all joking words.
because Advaita Acharya is pure Vaishnava.
Because Advaita Acharya is a pure Vaishnava.
আচমনান্তে প্রভুদয়কে অদ্বৈতের কালোচিত সেবা। এত বলি দুইজনে করাইল আচমন, উত্তম শয্যাতে লইয়া করাইল শয়ন।
After this, Advaita Acharya made the lords wash their hands and mouths. He then took them to a nice bed and made them to lie down to take rest.
So, maybe ordinary people cannot understand the discussions between Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu.
Maybe ordinary people cannot understand the discussions between Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu.
But they are having many esoteric meanings
But they are having many esoteric meanings
in the form of joking.
in the form of joking.
লবঙ্গ এলাচি বীজ উত্তম বসবাস তুলসী মঞ্জুরি সহ দিল মুখবাস
Sri Advaita Acharya fed the two lords cloves and cardamom mixed with tulsi flowers. Thus there was good fragrance within their mouths.
সুগন্ধি চন্দনে লিপ্ত কইল কলেবর সুগন্ধি পুষ্পমালা আনি দিল হৃদয় ওপর
Sri Advaita Acharya then smeared the bodies of the lords with sandalwood pulp and then placed very fragrant flower and flower garlands on their chests.
অদ্বৈত কর্তৃক প্রভুর পাদ সম্মোহন চেষ্টা আচার্য করিতে চাহে পাদ সম্বাহন সংকুচিত হইয়া প্রভু বলেন বচন
When the Lord lay down on the bed, Advaita Acharya waited to massage his legs, but the Lord was very hesitant and spoke as follows to Advaita Acharya.
প্রভুর লজ্জা ও আচার্যকে মুকুন্দ হরিদাসের সহ ভোজনে আজ্ঞা বহুত না চাইলে তুমি ছাড়ো না চান মুকুন্দ হরিদাস লয়া করহ ভোজন
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Advaita Acharya, you have made me dance in various ways. Now give up this practice, go with Mukunda and Haridas and accept your lunch.
So, Lord Chaitanya is describing the distribution of prasadam by Advaita Acharya and making a dance.
So, Lord Chaitanya is describing the distribution of prasadam by Advaita Acharya as making me dance.
So, it's saying you have maybe dance in various ways.
He
Now,
said that you have made me to dance in various ways.
now you have this dancing practice and take your lunch with Mukunda and Haridas.
Now give up this practice and go and take your lunch with Mukunda and Haridas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here telling Advaita Acharya that it is not befitting for a sannyasi to accept nice beds to lie on or to chew cloves and cardamom and have his body smeared with sandalwood pulp. Nor it is befitting for him to accept fragrant garlands and have his legs massaged by a pure Vaishnava. You have already made me dance according to your vow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, now please stop it. You can go and take your lunch with Mukunda and Haridas.
In other words, the things that Advaita was doing was not the practice that a sannyasi should follow.
All the things which were Advaita was doing is not the thing that the sannyasis should follow.
What Advaita was doing was he knew Lord Chaitanya's actual position.
But Advaita was doing thus because he knew Lord Chaitanya's actual position.
But at one point, Lord Chaitanya told him, go take your lunch.
But at one point, Lord Chaitanya told him, you can go and take your lunch.
তবে তো আচার্য সঙ্গে লইয়া দুইজনে করিল ইচ্ছায় ভোজন যে আছিল মনে।
Thereupon Advaita Acharya took prasadam with Mukunda and Haridas, and they all wholeheartedly ate as much as they desired.
So Mukunda and Haridas Thakur, Mukunda Datta and Haridas Thakur were waiting to take some of the Lord's remnants.
So Mukunda Datta and Haridas Thakur were waiting to take some of the Lord's remnants.
Very happily took prasadam.
So they very happily took prasadam. Hari Bol. Thus ends the chapter, amusing loving quarrel of Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.